All right, sounds good.
I just got booted out. Yeah, I was in there. Because now they want to talk about me. We're not live yet, are we?
It's I'm just testing it right now. It is live, but it's like, yeah. There you go. It's live, but there shouldn't be anybody.
I have a habit of not being able to keep my mouth shut.
No state secrets right now. I'll let you know when you're good on state secrets when I cut back to the no audio
Problem.
screen. Let's see. So yeah, it is live.
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the November 17th meeting of the Village of Cornwall-on-Hudson Village Board of Trustees. First up, hello, Carol. All right, first up is we have the Local Law 10 Volunteer Firefighter Training Stipend Program. We set this up for a public hearing. So first, I'll make a motion to open the public hearing with respect to the Local Law 10 Volunteer Firefighter Training Stipend Program. May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. So do we have anyone here from the public who would like to make a comment about the proposed local law concerning the firefighter stipend program? Seeing none and hearing none. There are some, we're gonna keep this public hearing open until next month. In discussion, Bill had some additional comments he's providing to our council to add to the stipend law, some minor changes to it. And also give the opportunity for the rest of the board, if you had any additional changes, please send them to Joe. And then,
What about
we'll-
questions?
what's that?
Where are the questions going about? If we have questions,
Oh, just, yeah, I'd say,
they gotta go to the fire commissioners, right? To answer.
What's
the
that, what's
questions.
that?
oh, to
Dave?
answer any
The public has questions while the hearing's open.
Specific questions.
Yeah.
Sure.
Emailed questions about the law. If any, since the hearing is still open, people can comment.
Yes, correct. Is that what, yes, of course.
Right. Well, they can,
And to whom?
they could send it to our, they could send it to the clerk, and then we'll send them, we'll
Correct.
forward it to Joe.
The
Joe
clerk or the
McKay.
board members, and then,
All right. So,
You're gonna keep it open, right?
yeah, we're keeping it open. So, you know what, I'll make a,
make a motion to
will-
continue
yeah,
the
I'll make a
public
motion to
hearing
continue
to
the
December.
public hearing on the local law 10 volunteer firefighter training stipend program until next month, our December business meeting. May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
You know what the date of that is? I can't remember.
December 15th. December 15th. All right, moving on. Public comment. Do we have anyone who would like to make a public comment? Carol, nothing? No? All right. All right, Carol. Okay, moving on. We have the approval of a bunch of minutes. Let's see, we got August 18th, September 8th, September 15th, October 6th, October 20th, and November 3rd. I'll go one by one. So, motion to approve the meeting minutes of August 18th, 2025. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Just make sure that if you weren't here, I think Tiff, you weren't here for one of them, right?
10-6.
10-6, got it, okay. All right, then I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes for September 8th, 2025. I'm gonna get a second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, moving on to September 15th, 2025. I'll make a motion to approve those minutes. May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, moving on to October 6th, 2025. I'll make a motion to approve those meeting minutes. May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I abstain.
Okay, Tiffany abstains. All right, and then the last two, October, I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes for October 20th, 2025. May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
And last one, I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes for November 3rd, 2025. May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Moving on to the monthly department reports. So first up, we have the treasurer's report. Let me just grab that. All righty. So the monthly report for October 2025. so monthly water report, we have the village, $295,256.87. The town, $253,430.71, totaling $548,687.58. Warrant number 11 to be issued in the amount of $255,975.10, and that includes prepaids. The year-to-date revenue and expenditure reports by fund are as follows. The general fund revenue is $4,451,818.53. Expenditures amounted to $3,364,337.92. The water fund revenue was $2,363,122.43, with expenditures of $1,970,176.89. The sewer funds revenue was $372,924.28, and expenditures amounted to $521,400. The total receipts were $7,272,594.03, and that equates to 74.2% in anticipated revenues. $5,691,043.03, or about 64% in anticipated expenditures through October. The balance collected for the sewer capital is $586,086.77 through October. The total taxes collected through October were $2,937,254.35, and that equates to 97%. With respect to our notes, let's see, NICLAS interest year-to-date as of 10/31 by fund, the average monthly yield was 3.923%. In general, we garnered $34,862.34. In water, $31,443.10. In sewer, $20,313.19. And in the fire department general, $4,430.23. And that's from Megan Gishwin, our treasurer. Any questions for Megan? All right, moving on. Bill, trustee Brain, with respect to the building department report.
Surely.
I'm sorry, just let me interject. Manny could not make it. Manny left on Friday, had to go down and take care of his mom down in Florida. He'll be back on Wednesday. Thank you.
Village on Cornwall on Hudson Building Department. Report for October 2025. There were 22 building permits issued, 6 certificates of compliance or occupancy issued, 19 on-site inspections, 2 violations, 0 stop work orders, 6 municipal searches, 0 solar panels, and 4 fire inspections. Manny A. Carmona, Code Enforcement Officer.
Any questions for Manny? I could pose to him. Thank you, Bill. Moving on to the fire department. And we have Dave, Deputy Mayor.
Okay, Village of Cornwall and Hudson Board of Fire Commissioners report, Department report, October 2025. Automatic alarms, 6, drills, 10, EMS calls, 5, fire prevention demonstrations, 4, meetings, 2, public relations, 1, standby for Port Jervis, 1, structure fires, tanker 415 to Salisbury Mills 2 times, unattended cooking 2, wires down 2, work details 4, total volunteer hours 420, total events 39. We answered 100% of our calls at 0 salary, cost to the village. Every class from Cornwall and Hudson Elementary School visited the firehouse during Fire Prevention Week. Our volunteers also brought fire prevention to the children at Butterhill Day School and the Village Nursery School. We remain available to answer any questions about the tower ladder replacement. We eagerly await approval of the training stipend and wish to keep the SCBA replacement conversation current. Fire Commission. Chairperson Rick Giampola.
Any questions? Okay, moving on. We have the police department, trustee Paleota.
Monthly police report, October 1st, 2025 through October 30th, 2025. 435 total calls for service. Felonies, 1 forgery, misdemeanors, violations, 1 petty larceny, 1 trespass, 3 harassment, aggravated harassment. Arrests, 0 felonies, 2 misdemeanors, no violations, no warrants. Vehicle traffic, personal injury accidents, 0. Property damage accidents, 4. Traffic summonses issued, 17. Traffic warnings issued, 9. Parking summonses issued, 2. Traffic enforcement posts, 15. Speed radar sign postings, 3. Non-criminal activity, fire response calls, 9. Domestic incidences, 1. Alarm response calls, 6. Noise complaints, 1. Suspicious incident calls, 2. Animal complaints, 5. 0 disorderly persons calls. Departmental assists, Town of Cornwall, PD, 8. EMS, 6. Other agencies, 1. Other police agencies, 0. Welfare check, 0. Citizens, 0. Other COH departments, 0. During the month of October 2025, the Village of Cornwall and Hudson PD applied for approximately $1,254.52 in grant funding from the Bureau of Justice Vest Partnership Program for future bulletproof vest purchases for COHPD officers. During the month of October 2025, Officer Thompson attended a 2-week basic criminal investigations course, which was held at the Orange County Police Academy, Middletown, New York. During the month of October 2025, Officer D'Antonio attended a 3-day master taser instruction course, which was held at the NYPD Firearms Training Facility, Rodman's Neck, Bronx, New York. Note, thank you to the New York Police Department for providing this free-of-cost training course to COHPD. Respectfully, Chief Stephen E. Dixon.
All right, any questions for the chief? All right.
Thank you for the pencils.
And so moving on to the Public Works Department, Trustee Brain.
Village of Cornwall on Hudson, Department of Public Works, October 2025. Trash collected for the month. We don't have that number, I guess, yet.
Everything came in today.
Okay. Recycling also. Yard waste collected for the month, 100 yards. The department mowed and trimmed village-owned properties, prepared winter equipment for the season. We are waiting delivery of repair parts for one of our larger plows. It's a 2011 model. Cost for replacement parts is approximately $4,000, with the replacement cost of $17,000 for a new plow. Streets were swept.
Fix it.
Repairs and maintenance of village-owned vehicles. Fall bulk pickup was completed the week of October 20th. The department has started leaf clearing from ditch lines. Pollinator planter has been completed at the town and village line. Electrical repairs at the firehouse have been completed, and the department assisted the police department with traffic control devices for the color run. Superintendent notes that I, along with working leader Wayne Yeoman, attended NICOM's Public Works School in Lake George on October 5th through 8th, and he says here in this report, I am planning to retire from the Village Department of Public Works at the end of the year after 38 plus years as a DPW employee and 18 plus of those years as the Superintendent of Public Works. David Halverson, Superintendent of Public Works.
Good for you, Dave. We're very happy for
A lot
you.
of years, man.
We don't want you to go, but we understand.
18 plus.
A short time, you're a short timer, you've been here a short time, got only a few weeks left. Go out on a high note.
It went pretty quick.
It went pretty
Seems
quickly.
like yesterday.
Planted.
It seems like yesterday, it was 1987 when I started.
Wow, 87. Man.
Well, you'll be here through our December meetings, right?
Yes, I am here through the end of December.
All right, well, we appreciate, look, we'll talk then, but, you know, preliminarily, we thank you for everything you've been doing for us for all these years, so.
Wasn't
Okay, any additional questions for Dave?
We'll save it for December.
Yeah. All right, Dave, let's see. Moving on, the Water Department, Trustee Galliano.
October 2025 monthly report, monthly production 25,740,000 gallons, daily average 830,000 gallons. Samples, we collected 41 samples in accordance with DOH regulations and 13 samples related to 3 separate boil water advisories. Treatment, routine operations and maintenance. BRWTP filter modules have been ordered, waiting for a delivery date. Transmission and distribution, 59 utility markouts were completed. Completed 6 water service shutoff/turn-ons at owners' requests. Repaired water main leaks at the following locations: Hudson Street at Wilson Road, Dock Hill Road, Pine Street, First Street, Mailer Avenue, and Homeland Avenue at Pine Street. Leak detection survey is about 90% complete. To date, leaks located have accounted for upwards of 250,000 gallons in water loss per day. Site restoration at all leak sites. Meters. Read all commercial water meters, 1 residential meter and transmitter replaced. 6 final water meter readings were completed. 2 residential water meters were repaired. 10 water line inspections were completed, and 3 miscellaneous repairs were completed. Property maintenance, routine property maintenance, and repaired a fence at Arthur's Reservoir Dam. Notes, paving was completed on Holleran Road. The leak site for the 16-inch water main repair that occurred in April for this year. Due to the large scale of the repair, it required a cooperative effort between the Town of Cornwall Highway, Cornwall and Hudson DPW, and Water Department. Respectfully submitted, Michael P. Trainer Sr., Water Superintendent.
Mike, can I just ask you a question, clarify? When I started here in 2010, we were pumping out 1.3, 1.4 million treated water every, yeah.
Correct.
And now I know this is high
This
at
is high.
830. We're usually down
It's
in the
up
700s,
30,000.
right?
Yeah, so over the weekend, we averaged 685
Shit
a
like
day.
that.
Okay.
So
So we're a little bit high
799
this
last
year,
month.
and that 250,000 gallons, that amounts to about $2,000 per day in operating costs.
Because of filtration, yeah.
But is that 250,000, is that over what period of time was that found and remediated?
It took, well, I think it's been going on for quite a while. We've been out there looking, but the leak detection survey gentleman, he found it. He started his leak detection in September, and he's got just a little bit left to do.
So the number for next month, we should see a lower daily
Oh, yes.
output because of that reduction.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's not reflected really in this.
No,
Okay,
no.
good.
No, because the beginning of October, we fixed the leaks, and as luck would have it, another leak popped up the next day. But thankfully, that was after the meter, so the commercial property owner was paying for it.
Well, we'll be paying for it.
Will,
All right. Thank you,
And
Mike.
Holleran Road is paved.
yes, it is.
Nice job.
All right. Thank you, Mike. Moving on to New Windsor EMS, Deputy Mayor Dave Carnwright, please.
Okay. New Windsor EMS report for October, operational report. 100% in-district coverage, 417 total calls, 289 transport. Busiest month since January. 289 New Windsor, 7-minute, 1-second response time. 85 Cornwall, 6:22 response. 8 Cornwall and Hudson, 6:11 response. 23 Town of Highlands, 3 Blooming Grove, 3 Woodbury, 2 Town of Newburgh, 6 City of Newburgh, and 10 West Point Army. Windsor EMS was the first in the nation to merge LogRx, narcotic trafficking software, with Knoxbox narcotic safes for increased security and management of narcotics. See attached. Windsor EMS attended the National EMS Conference in Indianapolis. During that time, they obtained a combined 120 hours of EMS education, as well as attended interactive labs such as cadaver labs. These classes are taught by national medical directors and the best educators in the industry. We're still awaiting information from New York State DOH and the Semilin ECUS office on our two grants, which are from 24 and 25, in the amount of $100,000 each. For ALS paramedics, we have reached out multiple times and yet have not heard back on the funds. Full New York State EMS inspection will forthcoming. This is done every 2 years. The government shutdown will affect revenue per our billing company. We should expect 5 to 10% less revenue until the government is reopened. 2025 audit has been completed. The report will be sent as soon as the board approved it. It also the Cornwall 2025 fund drive has been completed. These funds will go towards station improvements at the Cornwall station and new AEDs. Charles Muller has been appointed to the New Windsor EMS Board as the Cornwall representative, as Neil Hildebrand has resigned. 2018 Explorer is for sale as a surplus. If anyone's looking for a vehicle, please reach out. Minor accident, Beacon EMS sideswiped our vehicle at St. Luke's. No injuries. Beacon will be paying for the repairs. Please reach out with any questions. Michael Big, Chief.
Okay, any questions for Michael we want to pass on? Hearing none, let's move to our resolutions. First one up is to set a public hearing to override the tax levy limit. If residents recall, it's at least, 10 years ago that the legislature passed a tax cap, a real property tax cap, and the legislation established the limits on the annual growth of real property taxes levied by the local jurisdictions, and also school districts. Each year, you have to propose that, right now, it started off as 2%, but each year it goes down. Last year was a bit over, 1.5, 1.66. It'll probably be in that range again. We have not exceeded that 2% tax cap. But what we do each year is that we give the village the flexibility to possibly do that, depending upon what our expenditures will be for the upcoming year. And the treasurer and I are putting that budget together. So as we have done in the past, I'm going to propose a resolution to set a time and a place for a public hearing on the proposed local law to override the tax levy limit established under General Municipal Law 3-C. So whereas the village is mindful that prudent fiscal decisions are one of the mainstays of good government, the village board is also mindful that certain essential services must be provided to residents of the village. The village board desires to have the flexibility to adopt the budget for the fiscal year commencing 2026 that exceeds the real property tax levy limit as defined under General Municipal Law 3-C, if necessary to provide essential services. And whereas the village board wishes to set a time and place for a public hearing to consider overriding that tax levy limit established under General Municipal Law 3-C. Now therefore it is hereby resolved that the village board hereby determines that it will be the lead agency with respect to the review of the proposed local law in accordance with New York State Environmental Quality Review Act, SECRA, and Part 617 of the regulations implementing the SECRA, since there are no other agencies that have the authority to approve the project, and let it be further resolved that the village board hereby classifies the actions as an unlisted action under SECRA, and let it further be resolved that the public hearing held by the village board in order to receive comments and suggestions regarding the proposed local law to override the tax levy limit established under General Municipal Law 3-C, and to receive any comments concerning the potential adverse environmental impacts of the proposed legislation in accordance with the SECRA on December 15th, 2025 at 7:01 p.m. at Village Hall located at 325 Hudson Street, Cornwall, Hudson, New York. And it's further resolved that the village clerk is hereby authorized and directed to cause public notice of said hearing to be given as provided by law. May I have a second, please? Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Riverfest approval. Okay, received a letter from Win Gold a few weeks ago asking that Riverfest is going to happen on what day again? June 7th. So with that, this will be their, I think their 26th year. This past year was their 25th year, right? Okay, I will make a motion granting the approval to hold the 26th annual Riverfest celebration on Sunday, June 7th, 2026. May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Moving on to Conflict Council. All right, as we've discussed in the past, recently we encountered, in all these years that Joe McKay, our attorney for the village, has represented us, it's only come about maybe one other time where we had to engage Conflict Council because Joe's firm represented a client who went before the planning board or zoning board. At this point, we have determined that Joe, when the last one that came up, struggled to get other counsel. So to be proactive about it, Joe had reached out to several other firms to provide us with a proposal to be conflict counsel. Those are in cases, again, in the zoning board and planning board and other potential matters. So at this point, we've gotten one from Steve
Vegliante.
Vegliante. And he proposed this to us about a month or 2 months ago. Joe is reaching back out to him because we wanted to expand his proposal, not just to be for the zoning board, but to include the planning board and any other matters that we may deem necessary. So at this point, it's just information. Next month, when Steve has his updated proposal, we will then prepare it as a resolution for the board to approve or disapprove. Okay. Moving on, the EV charger parking fee waiver. So we have the chargers put in, the EV chargers put in, and as part of it, Integra advised us that we cannot charge, if we want to get fully reimbursed, we cannot charge someone who is charging, we can charge a permit fee, a parking fee, for a car that is charging at the charging station. So we discussed this last month at our work session, and we came up with, the proposal is that as long as you are actively charging, then you will not incur a ticket, or you do not have to pay a parking fee. If you are parked there and you're not an EV car, then you're gonna get a ticket. If you didn't, well, you're gonna get a ticket. You shouldn't be there. So, but if you're not actively charging, then there's a possibility you will. All right, so with that, I'll make a motion to authorize the village clerk, Megan Gishwin, to amend the parking permit application / parking policy to allow vehicles who are actively charging at the EV charging stations located at Dunning Memorial Park to charge without obtaining a parking permit. And additionally, I'm authorizing the Superintendent Halverson to remove the current parking permit signage in front of the EV charging stations at Dunning Memorial Park, to move them further down. So may I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Just the language of actively charging. I do not believe that we are planning to enforce this. If somebody has plugged in, was actively charging, reached the maximum on their battery, and is still out kayaking or boating or something. So I'm fine with the language. Just wanted to say that for the public's benefit.
The police use their discretion. All right, any further discussion?
I would just add that within reason, of course, reasonably.
Yes.
So,
No overnight. parking.
yeah, like not park for
there's
6
no
hours
overnight at all.
kayaking. Yeah.
That's for you.
All in favor?
Most
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you. All right, damage claim. So we have a claim, hold on. Hold on, who's that?
This is the Bruce.
Hold on, I have it somewhere
Read this side.
in my stack of stuff.
Does he want mine?
A copy if you use.
No, I have it, I just have it. There we go. Accounts, I got this. There we go, okay. All right, so Mike Trainer can speak to this, but there was, in fact, Mike, why don't you just
Yeah.
brief the board, that
Brief us.
make it easy, yeah.
Refresh me.
Sure, so, in conjunction with the work that we were doing on Hasbrook Avenue to support the town's drainage project, we had to shut down the water main on Hasbrook Avenue. That altered the route of the water flow onto Continental Road. It created a higher water pressure issue, for the residents on Cedar Lane and Road. And they have to have a water while that work was going on. So they've asked us to consider whether or not we would reimburse them for some of the costs to make those repairs.
And the board discussed this. It seems a reasonable disposition to the problem that was at least definitely partially caused by the village. So with that, based upon the water superintendent trainer's report to the board concerning the incident report regarding damage to asphalt damage located at 56 Angola Road and 2 Cedar Lane caused by the water department during a recent water main work, I'll make a motion and move to authorize the payment in the amount of $4,352.50 for asphalt damage located at 56 Angola Road and 2 Cedar Lane. May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Quick question, are we getting a release prior to payment?
That's a good. We can subject to it,
Yeah, I think we had spoken about that at
Yeah.
our department head meeting,
yes.
about having all the residents
Sign up, yes, actually, that's right, Mike, now that I recall it. So we can add in here, subject to a release from the affected residents. May I have a second with that
Second.
amendment? Okay. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, trustee Galliano, for that. That was, okay, release. All right, moving on to our annual bids. This is concerning mainly the water department for our water treatment chemicals or off-road diesel and sludge removal services. We do this every year. We had bid openings on all of the items, so with that, let's see, our treasurer reported that the bid opening was held in the village offices on November 6, 2025. With respect to the water treatment chemicals, bids were received from Slack Chemical Company, Inc. and Surpass Chemical Corporation. So I'm gonna make a motion to award the bid to Slack Chemical Company, Inc., the low bidder, in the amount received on November 6, 2025. May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, moving on to off-road diesel. Bids were received from Marabito Energy Products and Bettini Fuel. I'll make the motion to award the bid to Marabito Energy Products, the low bidder, in the amount received on November 6, 2025. May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, moving on to alum sludge removal services. And the bidder, TAM Enterprises, was the sole bidder. I'll make a motion to award the bid to TAM Enterprises, the sole bidder as per the November 6, 2025 bid. May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. And part-time crossing guard, is that right? Yes. Okay. Let's check this. Let me just check this off. Part-time crossing guard. Okay, so one of our crossing guards just retired, right? Was that it?
No,
No.
the
He couldn't-
backup.
Oh, this is our
Our
backup
backup
crossing guard, right?
He's no longer
okay.
able to.
Right, that's it, chief, right? This is a backup
Rich Peters, yeah, he's gonna be no longer available
to be the backup,
Yeah,
Rich
for
Peters.
you.
Okay. So with thanks to Rich Peters for being our backup crossing guard, we appreciate your time and service. And so now I'll make a motion to authorize the village clerk, Megan Gishwin, to advertise for a part-time crossing guard, salary to be determined at a future date. May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. And moving on to amending our meeting dates. At our April reorganization meeting, there were some dates that were included in for the village board meeting dates that were incorrect, and we need to move those. So I will make a motion to move the January 19th, 2026 village board meeting to January 26th, 2026, and to move the February 16th, 2026 village board meeting to February 23rd. May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
26.
What was
Okay.
February?
23rd.
23.
Thank you.
All right, next up, we have accepting the resignation of a police officer. So that police officer being Stephen Bunt. I'll read his letter dated November 10th to the Chief of Police, Steve Dixon. I'm writing to formally announce my resignation from my position as a police officer in the Cornwall and Hudson Police Department, effective November 21st, 2025. It's been an honor to serve as a member of this department. However, I believe it's time for me to pursue new opportunities and challenges in my career. I have greatly valued my time at the department and experiences, skills, and relationships that I have gained during my career. I would like to thank you for the guidance, privileges, and mentoring you have provided during my tenure. I appreciate all the opportunities given to me to serve the community. It has likewise been a great honor to work alongside professional officers dedicated to service. Sincerely, Stephen C. Bunt. I will make a motion to accept the resignation of Police Officer Stephen Bunt. May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Just, I wish Steve the best. He was a part-time, just so everyone recognizes, he was a part-time police officer for us. So, thank you for that. Okay. All right, the Maple Street Bid Award.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, Mike, do you want to talk to the Maple Street?
Sure. So back in October of '23, the village board authorized the design and future construction of a new water main on Maple Street, in the town of Cornwall. Maple Street's been a problematic water main for as long as I've worked here. It's not a very good water main. So we've gotten the design, we've gotten approval from the health department, and we received, I think, 17 bids on the project.
12.
The engineers have reviewed the bids. They've determined that Argenio Brothers is low bid, $952,000.
Okay, so
Are we
with,
taking the low bid necessarily, or is that not a criteria?
You have to take the lowest responsible bidder.
Okay.
And Argenio, they're doing the work uptown.
Yep.
We work with them. We have faith in them.
Oh, no, I just wanted to know if that was a requirement.
Yeah.
all right, I will introduce the following resolution, move for its adoption. Whereas Pittengar and Deutsch Consulting Engineers, the engineers for the Village of Cornwall and Hudson, prepared drawings, specifications, and contract documents for the Maple Street Water Main Replacement Project. And whereas on September 8th, 2025, the village board accepted the drawings, specifications, and contract documents and authorized the village clerk to advertise for bids. And whereas a bid opening was held on October 13th and 12 bids were received, and whereas upon reviewing the bids and based upon the recommendation of the village's consulting engineers, Pittengar and Deutsch, it has been determined that the lowest responsible bidder on the Maple Street Water Main Project is Argenio Brothers, Inc., with a bid of $952,952. $952,952. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the village board hereby accepts the said bid of Argenio Brothers, Inc., and awards the contract on the Maple Street Water Main Project to Argenio Brothers, Inc., and that mayor is authorized to execute all documents necessary to enter and execute said contract. May I have a second?
Second,
Any discussion?
yes, no, I guess, are we getting reimbursed for this work? I believe we're getting some money for this
No,
work, right?
not for this one, that would be the Angola Road Cedar Lane.
Oh, so we're getting nothing for this? This is all on us? Okay. I would suggest that Argenio Brothers reach out to Central Hudson Gas and Electric, as only the lower portion of that road is still steel, and part of it is plastic. And so before we do that work and pave that, we pave that entire road and use a vibratory roller to do it, that Central Hudson gets in there and replaces the existing main and gas services on the end towards Willow.
They will have to work with them, because they're gonna have to hold all the utility poles when they put the main in. And the town is planning on doing some work on that road in the future, so we won't be paving the whole road, just our trench,
Really?
correct?
Well, what about the services?
Well, we're doing the services too,
Yeah.
but we're not gonna have to repave the whole road, we're gonna just fill it back, restore it with binder.
Is that acceptable, Deputy
It's
Mayor?
acceptable.
All right, just want to make sure.
Makes no sense
All
to
right.
me. but
What's the time frame when the work will be done?
You're gonna
We
have
plan on
Shady Road.
doing,
New
starting
stuff,
it in
Shady
March.
Road.
The town plans on doing drainage work in the near future, that's why they don't want us.
What
to
about
pave
the
whole-
sidewalks too, Mike, on the
They
one?
plan on doing that in the future too, that's
Okay.
why
Yeah,
it's a little bit more conservative for us for the restoration work.
gotcha. Yeah, it's their road.
Did I already call the?
No.
I
We
didn't.
didn't vote
All right,
yet.
all in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you. All
Sorry
right.
about that. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay, Dave. All right, moving on to the Main Street Hotel Agreement. So back in 2024, the village authorized the mayor to execute a water service agreement between the village and Two Girls, One Boy Holding LLC, the limited liability company that is building the hotel on Main Street. And after it was executed by the village and by the LLC, there were some changes made to the agreement. They were rather minor, but pursuant to council, we figured we should authorize the mayor, myself, to execute the updated agreement. So I'll introduce the following resolution and move for its adoption. Whereas the village previously authorized the mayor to execute an agreement between Two Girls and One Boy Holdings LLC concerning the replacement of an existing water service valve located at 317 Hudson Street, which such agreement was executed by Mayor Galliano on June 6, 2024, and whereas some updates and corrections were made to such agreement, the mayor is authorized to execute a final updated water service agreement as prepared by the attorney for the village. May I have a second?
Second,
Any-
hold it.
Yes.
I think you said 317
Hudson.
Street.
Yeah.
Oh, did I say Hudson?
Main.
Oh,
Yeah.
Main Street. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
We could do that
Mike.
one too, Mike.
May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, very good. Okay, audio-visual permit, that's Best Medicine. So I was contacted by Austin and Hakeem from Doc in a Box, and they wanted to do some additional, they contacted me on Friday, they wanted to do some additional filming. So tomorrow, they'll be filming down at the Cornwall Yacht Club. They need to use some of our parking down at the waterfront, particularly I always call it the narrow parking lot when you come down Dock Hill Road to your left, and then the boat trailer area, leaving a couple of spaces open for boaters who actually want to go in the water. Who would want to do that is beyond me, but in any case, that as well as they plan to film August on
Wishful
the-
thinking.
November 24th in the vicinity of Wilson Road and Grandview for the day. And Chief, we've already spoken about this. We're going to need 2 police officers, but I can get offline with you and talk to you about it, give you an update.
Yeah, I already have.
Yeah, I saw your email in regards to, okay, very good. So, so I'm going to make a motion to approve the audiovisual permit. Oh, I'm sorry, they submitted their application this afternoon, just so everyone knows. So I'm gonna make a motion to approve the audiovisual permit for Best Medicine to film in the vicinity of Donahue Park on October 18th, 2020. Oh, November, okay, God. I'm like 2 for 2 here. November 18th, 2025, in the vicinity of Shore Road. Okay, Shore Road. No, wait, hold on. November 18th is the Cornwall, in the vicinity of Shore Road and near the Cornwall Yacht Club. And on October 24th in the vicinity. November 24th, in the vicinity of Hudson Street, Wilson Road, and Grandview. On November 24th, God. And I'm asking the board to allow me to negotiate the fee for use of the parking area within Donahue Park and the road closure on Wilson in the vicinity of Hudson Street. The insurance and appropriate documentation have been received. The application is contingent upon returning the premises to the pre-filming condition. May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Quick question, did you say Wilson and Grandview or Wilson and
It's
Hudson?
off of Wilson, from Wilson and Hudson, closer to
Grandview.
Elsie. There, it's basically from what I understand, it's not gonna be a car scene, it's actually gonna be a walking, running scene.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
all right.
Mike may be an extra in that.
Not running.
All right. Did I already call the vote? I can't even remember.
No.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay,
Poor Mike,
all right. Now,
not running.
moving on to our other business, the Giving Tree gazebo. So I received a call last week or 2 weeks ago from Elizabeth Yanone. Is it or is it Yanone? Yanone. I know, and it's Brucey. I know, right? Okay. All right. In any case, Elizabeth contacted me and discussed this proposal, having a giving tree at the gazebo. She was extremely enthusiastic about it, knew all the details. I asked her a million questions about it, how it actually would play out, and I said, I'm not gonna be able to explain all this. With your enthusiasm, would you come by to just present it to us? So Elizabeth, the floor is yours.
Thanks. Hi, everyone. So for the holidays this year, we always try to do something a little extra than the previous year. And this year, we are introducing the Giving Tree Initiative. The Giving Trees are going to be in the town. One will be on Bridge Street. Clark and Associates is sponsoring that one, and it will be for the Hudson Valley SPCA. We're even having Santa come to do pictures with dogs and a little like donation thing for them on top of that. In the ice house, there'll be 2, and those are human trees, or we're also including charities in those. And then down in the village, it will be humans and charities as well. So what Giving Trees are, for anyone that doesn't know, is they are holiday trees. Christmas trees aren't just for Christmas anymore. People are using them for other holidays too. And they have ornaments on them that you can take off. And when you take off the ornament, it will give you details about a specific charity or a specific family of which you have agreed to adopt or donate to randomly just by the ornament that you have chosen. And the way that it's organized is it's confidential. So let's say I was in need and I am a participant in this program. I would put my details about my family and I submit them to, in our case, Phyllis is collecting a lot of names at Recreation. She's collecting names of families and she's collecting names of seniors. Buffy is reaching out to the school, who has not gotten back to her yet, but waiting on them to get back to her for the families and the children there that are looking for support. But on the card, it would have, if it was my family, family of 3, a 4-year-old child, male, loves books, size 5 TET, like things like that, but nothing really revealing. And then it would tell them where to, once you go shopping, because it really is up for the giver to choose how they want to curate the gift. There would be instructions on where you drop it off. So we are going to have most of the drop-offs at Munger Cottage. There might be some exceptions where they get routed to my house for other reasons. But Munger Cottage is going to be the place to accept. They have a little storage closet where everything can get stored. And then it'll be responsible for the team to distribute them either to the charity or to the individual house that we are delivering the items to. There's a lot of people in need this year, so we thought that this was a nice enhancement. We did reach out to Mary Donahue because she is in charge of decorating the gazebo in the village, and we didn't want to step on any toes there. So the tree for the village, it's proposed that it goes inside the gazebo. Yeah, that's it.
And Elizabeth, what date are you going to put it up?
So it will not interfere with the tree lighting for the village because we obviously need that space for the band. We were going to arrange it around the date that the manger goes in at the town because we have to put the ornaments. We're not putting the ornaments on the tree. There's a lantern walk, by the way, on Sunday.
Right?
Yeah, and that, for anyone that doesn't know, it's an opportunity for the town and village to come together. We're lighting up the park. You basically, if you're from the village, you go to the library. The library was chosen for the village because it's right at the village line, and the library was once home in the village. So it's a very special place with roots to the village. And then the town individuals can meet over at the town hall. And then what happens is we walk like this and pass each other and then convene between the ice house and the gazebo. And it's completely dark. That's why you're carrying lanterns. It kind of guides you. No phones, no nothing. We'll have a photographer so you don't have to worry about trying to get pictures. And then once we hit the spot at the park by the gazebo and the ice house, we light the park, and then we'll have little stars and everyone can wish on a star, and it's just like a really nice like come together appreciation of the season and appreciation of one another, since it'll be also the first time we're lighting Riverlight Park. So the giving trees will be inside the ice house then, but they won't have the ornaments on it either. So we're going to put the ornaments on with all the names around the same time. So the manger goes into the ice house, I think the first week in December. I'll get the exact date from the manger group, and that's about the time we'll put the.
Okay, so just let me know.
Yeah.
When you want to, yeah, just keep in touch with me in regards to when we should put the tree up. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Any questions of Elizabeth? It sounds like a.
Glad you're organizing it.
Yeah. I know, it's very thoughtful. Very, very
I do have
thoughtful.
one quick
Yes.
question. So where should people reach out? Will guidance be given for those that want to raise their hand to say, hey, I'd like to be included on an ornament. I have a family
Yes.
in need or a senior in need or a nonprofit.
Anybody that knows anybody, reach out to Phyllis because she's the easiest one. Everyone knows how to get in touch with Phyllis. So get in touch with Phyllis. Reach out to me if they're comfortable talking to you, if they're comfortable anyone they're comfortable talking with that knows me, just come to me with the information. The information that I need, if it's someone from our community, is like I said, just details about what do they need, like what are if you're putting your kids on here, we need to know what sizes they are, if they need clothes, we need to know, what are their interests, things like that, just to give proper guidance. And then someone needs to know how to deliver these gifts. So you need to either be responsible, be the keeper of that person, their address, and all that good stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you very much, Elizabeth.
thank you guys.
Thank
Thanks.
you. All right.
So I'm cleared. We're good.
Yes.
Okay.
I got it.
You're about to be, I think.
Yeah, you know what? I'll make a motion to accept the proposal by Elizabeth in regards to, I would say, the installation of a giving tree at the gazebo in early December.
Yes,
May I have a second? Second. Any discussion?
Bandstand, right?
the bandstand.
I know
yes.
that we've had gazebo
Yeah.
bandstand shelter conversations in the past, so bandstand.
I will make it the gazebo / bandstand. How about that?
Yes.
All right, okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right,
thanks, guys.
thank you very much, Elizabeth, thanks for coming out. All right, moving on to the riverfront trees, Dunning Memorial Park, so Angelo Shambari.
Shambari.
Shambari took a look, gratis, he did it. He's an arborist, he took a look at our willow trees on the waterfront, 4 of them. He has, well, I've spoken to Angelo, he is going to provide me with his full report, but this time he has advised me that 4 of the trees down there are not doing well. 2 need to be taken out as soon as we can. The other 2, we can trim it a bit and it might last a year or 2. But, so at this point, I know in speaking to Superintendent Dave Halverson, he does have a tree service that's coming in to take down some other trees. So we'll try to coordinate that with taking down the two trees that in Angelo's description, it was root decay. And, you know, if the weather is not bad, it's okay. But once the weather turns at all, they're, lack of a better term, dangerous. So we don't want anybody to get injured. So we'll take at least those 2 trees down, 2 out of the 4 down as soon as possible because those 2 are in the worst condition. And we will plant, as Angelo suggested, black willow trees, which he said you're not going to be able to tell the difference, but they're hardier. And so we'll replace those, and then with the 2 remaining ones, we'll have them trimmed by, what's the name of the company again, Dave? Tree Masters. And then what we can do is also stage it so we can plant another 2 willow trees near the vicinity of those 2, so that way we have some progression in regards to the trees maturing. So, that's an update on that. With respect to Stone Hollow, that is, I know there was a meeting today, Mike. It sounds like there's good news on all fronts with respect to their proposal, our counter proposal in regards to charges. So we're going down the right path on there. I know Joe is preparing the paperwork for the dedication of the water system to the village, and I know on the town side, they're finishing that up, the road dedication. So, Mike, after pursuant to today's conversation with the representatives from Stone Hollow, what's it looking like time frame?
I think the town wants to get this wrapped up by December 11th. I think the only thing on our end is the developer has to get us a maintenance bond to cover the next year in case there are any issues over there. Other than that, Joe, I think, is working on the dedication paperwork.
Yeah, I think we can send them over the draft dedication paperwork. So it'll be 2 parts. One would be the draft dedication document for them to sign and for us to sign. In the interim, they can start working on getting us the bond that we need.
Sure.
When we get both of those back, I'd prepare a resolution for the village board to adopt, formally accepting the bond
Right.
and formally accepting the dedication of the infrastructure.
As well as the agreement, the settlement in regards to the charges.
We might be able to just include a reference in the resolution, or do you want a
Yeah.
separate document for that, or? I mean, it's just
We can-
it's a water bill that they're
Yeah.
paying.
Yes, okay.
However you want to do it, we can
I think you can
discuss.
just include it in the resolution.
Okay.
That's it, just a reference to it.
So there's
Yeah.
so it's documented.
Yes, yeah, that's it. All right, okay. And the last item is the IMA. Joe had prepared that's the water agreement IMA. And you sent it over to council. And
Well, actually, I was just waiting to make sure tonight that it was
we're
ready.
good to go with the fee, yes.
right.
Yeah.
It's the commercial rate.
Yeah.
Okay, Yeah, I'll send it
So
over.
send it off to council, great,
Explained to
okay.
my satisfaction.
All right, that's it. So moving on to FYI. So we've got November 18th at 7 PM.
No, it's off.
The
That's
clerk-
all.
Actually, it's canceled.
Clerk
Tomorrow's-
advises me that we skipped
Yeah, you
a step.
missed sign for weeks.
Oh,
Oh, I did? Oh, God, where did I put, where's the sign for weeks?
Just crossed
Oh.
it out.
He's-
Oh, sign for weeks. Okay, got it. All right, so last thing, weeks. Dave, speak to us. Now, this is where a resident sent a letter to the board and
Requesting
Dave
stop signs.
requesting a stop sign
Correct.
on weeks. However, it's weeks and what's the crossroad, Dave?
Stillman.
Stillman. However, as Dave has pointed out many times, stop signs are not used for,
Not meant to be traffic calming devices.
okay. And if we put one up, we'd have to actually put
Be a three-way stop.
stop sign, all right. So after discussing it, I think we thought the best idea, I believe it was trustee Galliano who brought it up, maybe putting up a children at play sign in that area, is that,
I ordered a couple new ones.
okay?
Thank you.
Very
Good
good,
enough.
Perfect.
all right, very good. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to November 18th.
It's off.
It's off, okay.
No items.
Oh,
No
that's right,
items. I
yes,
just
that's
wanna
right, I
let you
spoke to
know.
Manny about this.
Yeah, no
Okay,
items.
November 27th and 28th, the village offices are closed for Thanksgiving. November 29th, the village tree lighting is at 5 PM. And December 8th, the village work session at 7 PM. December 11th, 7 PM, the zoning board meeting. December 15th, 7 PM, the village board meeting. And December 16th at 7 PM, the planning board meeting. And I will open it up to public comment. Is there any public comment? Seeing none and hearing none, I will go around the horn. Can we start with trustee Galliano?
Just pointing out that on the FYIs during the village tree lighting on November 29th, there will be several offerings to the community. In addition to the lighting, there'll be a band, there'll be hot chocolate, there'll be cookies, there'll be several other things for folks to participate in, and we are reaching out to local businesses to see if they will do what they did last year, which is, offer a signature tree lighting cocktail at the local establishments and to patronize our local businesses both before and after the tree lighting. Also going to mention that on December 6th from 3 PM to 6 PM, Painters is generously hosting a Girls on the Run fundraiser, and Hurley Mountain Highway Band, which is a local favorite, will be providing live music for the event, and there'll be raffles and fundraising and all
Saturday
fun
night,
things.
right? Saturday. night.
December 6th, from what time?
3 PM to 6 PM.
3 PM to 6 PM. Okay, great. All right. Next up, we have trustee Paleota.
No, I think I'm good. I don't have anything.
I'm good.
Bill?
We've had ongoing complaints about traffic and speeding and racing and stuff on Route 218, and Chief Dixon has been spearheading
saw
an
the-
intermunicipal
state.
enforcement actions and
Me too.
gives us reports on that, and it sounds like it's word is spreading, and soon the road closes for winter season. So hopefully the reputation for enhanced enforcement will spread over the winter, and we'll have fewer incidents in the spring. But thank you very much for keeping tabs on that and marshaling everybody.
And I will echo what Bill just said. Thanks, Chief.
Try to keep it open.
I got a response from Sergeant Beers again from the New York State Police. Happy to help out. And I spoke to Chief Gebert too. So the coordination is going well. And obviously, as Bill said, the roadway will be shut down. But I have not forgotten about the letter that we want to send out to the local municipalities. The idea is potentially maybe getting some additional funding or some other avenue to increase enforcement when the road reopens in the springtime. But right now, what's been done has been pretty good, so we really appreciate it. I have nothing else. Any alibis? Hearing none, I'll make a motion to adjourn. May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. I forgot to tell you guys two things. Hudson, when you tell me you're shut off or good, I just wanted to tell them to